excited. Never realised. Oh, am I in? Can you hear me? Right, great, you can hear me. Andrew's upstairs, he's doing the gallery bit. I'm doing the bit that's the talking and the demonstrating. Just want to say a few hellos to Madeline and Dawn, Davina. There's loads more of you. Davina, you mentioned that you did, well, Dawn said she didn't even know about it. I'm going to confess. We decided to do this morning because it isn't officially until Wednesday, but I couldn't wait. But also, there's so much to show you. We're never going to cram it all in one go. So I thought the best way to do is let's have a little sneaky peek of what we're going to do. I'm going to show you some techniques, help you to get ahead, and then you'll be more prepared when we do the Wednesday Zoom classes. So we're doing 1 till 2 on Facebook Live, and then 5:30 till 6:30. We've moved that one back half an hour so that everybody has got time to get home from work. So we're trying to sort of fit in with everybody. A couple of people have said they're not getting emails. Can I ask you to refresh your emails, but then send us your email address and we'll make sure that something hasn't happened. And also check that you haven't unsubscribed, because we had a couple of people saying they had missed it, but they'd unsubscribed. Right, so let's look at what we're talking about, because this is just super. And if any of you got the first Christmas reliefs that we did Christmas Eve, my goodness, it was just so beautiful, and it sold in a blink of an eye. And I knew that we'd got this one coming, and I knew that you were going to absolutely love it. So we're going to look at it like this. Sorry, I've got all this stuff around me. This is all part of my demo stuff. So this is the first of the designs. And when it is cut out, it is just exquisitely delicate. And it doesn't matter which direction we use this, it works. And this could be opened up to create a bigger wreath. And I'm just going to quickly, as we go along, show you a few little tips. So let me put that piece of paper underneath so you can see it. And I'm just going to, all I'm doing, I'm snipping I've got 3 snips that I need to make there. That piece then sits there and that piece goes there. So I've opened up that part of it. Then I'm going to do the same thing again, and it's literally 3 little snips, and that one then goes there and that one goes there. And you can see, if I just lift that up and bring that in a tiny bit more, so I'm just about there, we've just made a full wreath from that design. Just needs a little bit of lining up, which I'm sort of rushing a little bit, but made a full wreath from that one smaller one. That's how well it's been designed and where the anchor points are for us to be able to get that dimension. But then this one then fits perfectly over one of the next designs that you're going to see. Look at that over the bauble. I mean, it's just exquisite. And when I then put the lights behind, you're going to see just, it looks amazing. So that's the first of the designs that you get. And it's this one here. So this is the selection of all of those lovely wreath elements. It's called A Gift from a Loved One. You've got the main design that you've got there. You've got the outline die. So that gives you the outline die, which is this one. And you also get the inner die, which is that one. And that means that you can then use this and cut your own apertures. And then you get the extra elements that you can see here that are going to be able to allow us to decoupage and build up into all that extra dimension. So just so for everybody who's just joined us, because there's quite a lot of us now, you haven't actually missed anything, because I am officially doing the Facebook Lives on Wednesday from 1 till 2, and it's now 5:30 till 6:30, so you've got time to get in from work. But there's so much to show you that I wanted to do an extra quick one. And then it's also available on the website now, so I didn't want anybody to say, oh, it was available then and then I didn't get it. I'm not even quite sure what the deal is. I'll try and find that out for you, but it's available now. Then I wanted to show you this. Now, this is probably one of my favourite dies that I've done so far, because first of all, look at all the sizes that you're getting. So if we were doing this with different metal, and in a different method, you would have to, so what have we got? You get, oh, got all of it for $59.99. And what about if you're a Robin's Nest member? So you're going to get another $5.99 off that. Wow. And don't forget, you can use ClearPay and PayPal Pay in 3. Oh, that's a deal. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at this, because this is what I wanted to show you. So first of all, look at how, if we didn't do that nested work that we do, look at how much metal you would need for this collection. And then you've got this piece, and it looks a bit strange when you see it, but when it cuts out, it cuts these beautiful ribbons. And these are actually going to be quite clever, because I'm imagining that we might want to put a couple of these together and start to make bows, or have them dangling down to create ribbon tags. So there's loads of different things that we can do with that. So I'm seeing myself using these baubles, not just at Christmas time. So I'm going to pop those all back on here. And remember the reflections, everybody. So if you're watching for the very, very first time, you've never seen one of our shows before, if you go onto the Highlight website, you are going to be able to see this. And in fact, you can see them when you get down the bottom there. So they're sheets of what we call reflections. Now, this is the coloured image that has been coloured in by the team, so that it's just coming. It's, here's the website. It's full of loads of inspiration. Also, if you order before 1 o'clock, we give you same day dispatch. And can I just share, we're about to do click and collect as well. We're just working that one out for you. But what happens is that you go down, you get the printed image. Now, you can print these out while you're waiting for your dies to arrive. But honestly, we're shipping as fast as we can. So they're pre-printed sheets. Now, you've got beautiful coloured artwork here that you can be working with. And it means that when you do something like your baubles, you've got, and we'll get those, we'll come back to us in just a moment. When you work with the baubles, you're going to be able to print them onto different surfaces. So this one is printed onto acetate. So look at that. I mean, that just looks exquisite. Put the flowers around the outside, and why don't we then put our robin inside the bauble and make it into a little shaker, and you have got the perfect design there. And I'm just going to bring this one right round so that the detail is to the side. That's how I'd have it. And I mean, that for me is Christmas crafting. And then I would bring in one of those ribbons that we've got, like this, or maybe even have it just so that it's sort of dangling down. And then a little trick for you. So construction acetate is notoriously hard to cut. So we've been experimenting on how you can get the best results on any machine. And all you need to do is use a metal shim. So the formula is your construction acetate, which is what this is. You put your dye on top, you put your metal shim underneath, then your base plate, and then your cutting plate, and then you put all the magnetic sheet and everything else on the top. So if I do it the other way up, so you've normally got your sheet with your plate with your magnetic sheet on top, then your dye goes down, then your construction acetate, then your metal shim, and then your cutting plate on top of that. And it cuts it out like this. I mean, that is... we were sort of squealing. It was so exciting. And what that means is the hanger that is actually on the top of these baubles is strong enough for you to actually hang that from your tree. So all of this could go in here like this, and that would give you the whole thing for you to be able to hang up on the tree. Whoops, robin would get stuck in there. But that would be ready for you to hang up on the tree. Now, it's changed what we can do, because I've been struggling like mad to get that construction acetate to cut really cleanly. I could get it to cut in some places, but not on every single machine. It's making a big, big difference. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you. Another thing is, and I'm just going to show you this one. So this one's on vellum. So look at the vellum that you've got. Oh, look what happens when I put it over that metallic finish. Can you see how the texture of the metallic actually shows through? And if I lift this up and just sort of give it a bit of a domed effect, it starts to disappear until I do this. And I'm just going to pop these lights in and let you see what happens then. And if I pop those lights in, you get this glow that's coming through from the back. So what I've done for this demonstration, I haven't finished showing you what you get. So you get all the baubles, which I've said. In fact, look at it like this, so you can see everything. Then I'll just show you the others. So they're all the different size baubles. And actually on Wednesday, when I do that show, this is one of the things that I'm going to make for you. I'm just going to hold this right up here. So I'm going to do some window charms and these, and I'm going to show you, we're going to do them double-sided, and I'm going to make those. It's a bit tangled, but don't worry about that. It won't be when we do it. Right, so then I've got this one. Now this is all of our pine elements, but this allows us to intersperse them with the design that we've already got. But also the other thing that you can do with this is you get some great effects if you cut this out of vellum. So by cutting it out of vellum and putting it behind, I can fill in that complete shape, then put my vellum decoupage over the top, and you end up with some really, really beautiful effects. So I'm going to be showing you that in a few minutes. Then you get all the extra little pieces. You need all of these to fill in the gaps, and the berries are just super, super beautiful. Makes all the difference. And then this one's my personal favourite, because you've got that Christmas rose there, or hellebore, and it's just got all these little tiny marks in there, which in nature, they're like almost blood red, and they really look detailed and delicate, and I just think that looks so special. And then our robin, a new robin, he's got a really red breast for Christmas, and he's also, his little paws are just in the right place for him to grip on. So you're getting all of those. Now, I want to do a little bit of colouring on this, and I want to show you something that I shared in a workshop this morning. And this is using my Cadence gesso. Now, I'm going to share you this deal, because the deal was you got the gesso, the mirror spray, you got the shake and gilt in pearl, and you get the shake and gilt in gold, and all of that. And I know that we've only got about 10 of them left. They are should be $26.96, but it's $21.49, so you're getting 2 lots of discount. And I'm going to show you why I use this. You don't have to use it, but this is one of my choices. So I come into here and I use this. This is a glue stick applicator, and I'm going to pick up some of that paint. Now you'll immediately see it, even when I twizzle it, that bit that's sticking out doesn't move. It's just so super easy to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally place it on some of these leaves. So I'm creating a little bit of textured frost, and this textured frost is just coming round and all the edges, and look at how it's immediately creating not just height, but it's also makes it look like it's snowy. And when you see how much you get of this in this pot, because it's tons, this is going to last you a couple of, I think this will probably last you a couple of years if all you were doing was snow. But this is the bit that I really love. On that branch there, let me show you how I can put it just along that top edge. See, here, I can go just along the top edge of the branches. That, to me, is super clever. And that's why I love this over some of the other products that I've actually got in my stash. And I only found this by accident when I was playing at the weekend. I was trying to have, you know, do some different textures, and I wanted to get some different effects, which you can see here. And I'm just really, this effect that I'm getting is just lifting it and giving us that little bit of detail. Right, now, I'm just going to come onto my robin. So here, I'm just going to put it around his paws. So as if he's just stepping into the snow. And you can see, just pretend it isn't really cadence, and he's actually in the snow. And then he would sit on top of there, and doesn't that look fab? But it's not finished because... So, first of all, I want him to go directly on top of this, and he's going to be in the aperture. So the first thing that I'm going to do with that is I'm looking, where is he touching? So if his tail touches there, his beak can touch there, and his feet can touch here. So we can come onto the back, and we can put a little bit of glue there. We can put a little bit of glue on the tail, on the bottom of his feet. And so you can see I've got all of that. Now I'm going to just show you a little tip. To speed this up, wipe that off for a second. Wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off. Wait about 10 seconds while that's just drying. Now while we're waiting, I'm just going to say a few hellos if that's possible. And so what some of you were watching this morning, when you see these little bits that are coming off my fingers, they're a bit mucky, but that's what we call crumb. I save those little bits because I actually use them to put onto my projects. Pamela just said, where can she find the gesso offer on the website? Good question, because it's actually called Cadence Winter Scene Bundle. So that's where, so go and look for the Winter Scene Bundle and you'll find it. And if it goes out of stock, I think we might be able to get probably... Oh, she's put it in the comments. Thank you, Diane. With 1 or 2 more, but get it quickly, everybody. Right. It seems to happen to me when I bought the Ready or Not collection, which gave Robin's less membership. Oh, Fiona. Okay, she lost her emails. Right, we're trying to fix it for you. Please, we're just trying to make sure that we don't lose you. Then let's see, Diane's on it as well, thank you. Stephanie bought the collection. Hi Stephanie and everyone from Sue. Steve says hi Stephanie. Steve's one of our lovely design team members. Teresa says is in the craft studio. Oh, Diana's in North Carolina. Hi Diana, what's the weather like? I don't know what it's like in North Carolina, I've never been. But it's raining here at the moment, and my goodness, it's absolutely lovely. And right, I'll tell you what, let's keep going. Right, so that bit has dried and is just now very slightly tacky. So now I'm just going to scrape a little tiny bit more glue on. And what has happened is the glue that I put on first, that I then just sort of pulled off, has actually got, I've got to get rid of that because my fingers were grey because I've been greying things. What's happened is it acts as a key. So now the glue that I've put on here will hold this in place and it won't slip and slide. So in the past, you will have seen when I've done a project, I've got started, I've stuck it down, and then literally a second later, it pops up. It won't pop up because what we did was we created a little key. So that glue has now properly attached and is all there ready for us. So we've got a little bit of snow here. Now this paw looks like it's off the ground, not holding on properly. So I'm going to fill it in with a bit of snow. So I'm just going to put in an extra little bit of snow along here, like that. And you can see how you then, and because we're not putting it on with a brush, it doesn't go flat. It keeps its dimension, which is one of the things that I love about it. Now let's look at this. If I were to put this with the vellum behind it, what a difference it makes. It really pops because of that snow. That's given us that extra little bit of detail. Now the next one I've got is going back to this actually colour that I've got here, and it's this one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some holes, and I've already made the first one, and I'm going to use that for my bright heart lights. So I'm just going to put the bright heart lights in this little dot here. So it's going to go through that hole just there. Actually, I've got an idea. I wonder. Yes, I've got an idea. Right, so I was going to poke holes all the way through, all the way round this, because that was how I was going to get the little lights to show through, but I don't need to. So I've just closed that over with the back of my my pokey tool, and I'm now going to put this on here, and let me just get this back off and make sure it's going to work. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Oh, there we go, and I got all excited. It blinking didn't work. Right, it will. This next one will. So what happened then, everybody? What went wrong? I put the tape on, and because I've got some special spray on the back of here. I've got Miri spray. What it did was it literally tried to take the back off the Miri spray, but we've rescued it. So what I'm doing now is I'm making sure that this foam doesn't actually go over the actual light itself. So I'm shining the light like that. And I'm just going to come in here and just making it a little bit darker. So I'm going round it with the foam like that there. And I need this piece to be somewhere over the side, which it is nearly. So I'm just going to keep coming round. I'm just going to attach that. I'll go there and then just to there. And I need that whole thing held down. So that's how that bit of it's going to work. Right, I'm happy with what's happened here now because that, yes. So I've now got to get the back off this foam without pulling it away from the backing. And as long as I can get hold of the actual backing element, it will come away cleanly. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen. So I've got that off. And I'm now going to go in and just in a couple of places. Don't worry, I've got a little scratch there. I don't think that's going to matter. Get this so that it's stuck down. Right. Absolutely super happy. Now I'm going to put my wreath on here like that. So I've got the detail, but I also could have put it on the other side, but I think I do like this side that I've got it on. Good job. Because everybody thought that's where it was going to go. What I don't like is I haven't got it at the right angle. So I'm just going to lift it off and get it to the different angle. So I need my robin stood up rather than sat down. Well, leaning over. So there we go. So that's there. That's there. Right, so we've got a little bit of foam that you can see here. So I need to deal with that by getting some pieces of holly. And we're just going to go there. And that is going to come in here, like this piece. And I'm just going to lift up this one because I think that can go round. Yeah, that'll do it. And I've got a little bit of a gap there, but I've also got some detail that I want to put in here. Now this is going to glue onto the back of my thing. I'd use a hot glue gun, but rather than that, I'll just tape that on for now. So that'll sit on the back. Then, right, this bit, I've got vellum flowers, and this is what we're going to use to gap fill. And can you see what happens when I put that one over the vellum? The vellum over the light, it just adds detail. So there's one, and it looks good. Here's another little one, just there. I'm going to get you some glue. Let's tuck that one in, just there. Right, where are you, flowers? Here's another one. It's just going to go, oops, a bit too much glue. Just there. Just got to go in and get some more. I haven't got any more of those. Yes, I have. Here, I've got one. So I've got another one I'm going to put here. Oops. And that's going to go on there. Hello to everybody on the bus. We all get carried away, don't we? Then I'm going to put the little pieces that are left that I've already pulled out. No, that one doesn't look the right colour. So let's have a look what else I need. What else do I need? Oh, I need to do him. I need to decoupage him up. So it's this bit I need. So I'm going to go round his wing. Just come up here and I'm just going to go across there. So that's going to get some height. This part of the wing gets stuck just like that. And then I'm going to backfill here with my glue gel so that that has got some support just there. So now he's got his little wing up. I've got my little designs. Oh, yes. Right. And then I just need my little hanger. And to make this so that it goes through and round, I'm just going to catch that there and across there like that. And probably the best thing to do would be some red liner tape, but in fact this wet glue will do the same job. Just take a moment. So I'm going to wipe that off, do what I did earlier, because it just makes it bond better. And we'll go in here. Andrew's just made a comment about how messy I am, but it's because I didn't let my glue dry, did I? My paint dry. So I'm just going to wipe that there, and it's not that messy. It wipes off in a minute. Right, so there's my design. So we're just going to show you that. How beautiful is that? So, whoops, let's just move our little tag across, our little ribbon. Just move that across. And there he is with his little lights. Now, I don't know whether you knew this, everybody, but you can colour bright heart lights with pens. And I'm just going to reach this one and show you. So, there you go. There's a So see how I've just darkened it a little bit? There we go. There. Trust me, it is a little bit darker. Don't know whether you can see in the dark. Yeah. Oh, if I compare it to there, look. A little bit, it's changed its colour. So yes, so you can colour them in. Right, so let me show you a few more ideas of things that we can do, because I want to show you different ideas. So imagine this is now made like this one. Look at him. He's got a little bauble in his mouth. The thread goes through his beak. He's got a little bit of sparkle and glitter, a decorative background, and this bauble has just fallen on its side and the detail is there. Then when we open this up, that bauble is the support to keep it and make it stand up properly. I've got another one here. This is another one I'm going to do on Wednesday, I beg your pardon, but I'm not going to use an embroidery hoop. I'm going to show you how to do it with rings. But this one is all about the vellum, and I'm just going to show you this. Look at, again, what happens if you put some lights behind it. It just changes it. So that's another option for you to get you that detail and that design. And then I'm just going to show you how I've been getting that metal effect. So I've got some mirror spray, and I've just been using the mirror spray over my acetate. And this is the kind of effect that you can get with it. It makes it look really metal. But I'm just going to take this to the bin that I've got here. So I'm just going to take it to this so that I don't get it everywhere. And I'm just going to just do a little bit of that spray on there. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is just take my silver and I'm just going to spritz that on. Now, you can go quite wet with this because when it dries, it gives it sort of like a glossy finish, which looks really interesting. So I'm just going to pop that to one side while that's drying. I'm going to go back to the one that I just did, and I'm just going to spritz a little bit of that silver on there. It'll take a moment or two to dry, but when it does, it's going to look fantastic. And in fact, I'm just going to see if I can show you. Yeah, here we go. So look, that's what it does. So it gives you that silver sort of sparkle, and then the gold gives you the gold sparkle. So they're the things. Ignore that bit, that's where I cut it out. But see, this is really interesting, everybody. Because what I could do, because I can see where it is, I could still take that bauble and use that piece up and then go in with one of my smaller robins and the smaller elements from my bouquet. And again, I've created another design. I'm going to save that now. I've got to fish that out of the bin. Right, this one's starting to dry, so you can see where we're at with that one. So it's like it's really snowy and detailed on there. And then I just want to take some of this decoupage that I've got here, and I'm going to work with this clear bauble. So this is actually one of the vellum ones, and this is another. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just snip in, and I'm going to take out that piece at the side, just there. And I'm going to take out that little bit of holly just there. So that's one piece that I've taken out. Then I've got over here, I'm just going to take out this one. So I'm going to come round that berry and round that berry. And every time the scissors sort of jump, it's when I go into a little pip. If there's anybody watching a Facebook Live for the first time, can you tell us? Love to hear from you. And then look what happens now when I put these pieces up there. How I've completely changed that. So let me take them away and show you. Like that. And then I tuck that in and tuck that piece in, and I've changed it again. Now I'm going back into here and I'm looking what else I'm going to snip away. I'm going to snip away. I'm going to come round here and into this detail. And then I'm just going to go there. Just so everybody knows, I've only got 9 cadence bundles left. So if I'm not going to stop to show you where to get it because I don't want to stop demoing. So we'll show you at the end maybe if we've got any left. But then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this flower, and I'm just going to take out this part of it, and got a little bit of detail there and taken that leaf. So I've got that one. I've got this, and I would probably take these berries as well because they're too good to leave. And I think I can find places for them. Right, now here, they cut into this petal. So I'm going to go different. I'm going to go in like that, and I'm going to go round like that. You can't tell now that the berries were there. Need to do something with this little bit. So I'm just going to snip that just there. So again, you can't tell. Let me take that clear piece. And then this piece, I'm going to tidy up round that berry there. I'm going to tidy up inside there and in here. Right, everybody, while I'm doing this and I'm just talking to you, we're starting our free craft clubs. So if you are somebody who's into card making, stamping, scan and cut, decoupage, sewing, my craft studio, 2 Red Robins, painting, and you want to join our free club classes, then you need to actually just register with us, because otherwise you're never going to know when they are. And of course, we can't always do them on exactly the same day every month, because sometimes it's a weekend or people are on holiday. So you go on to Highlight Crafts, and there's going to be a new page coming up, if it isn't already there, where you will be able to register your interest, because we're getting a lot of people asking us, where do I find the Zoom classes? Where do I find this? So we're building you some educational space so that everybody can always find them. Right, this one is going to go on there like that. What a difference that makes. Let me move it and show you. So from that to that, immediately lifted up, gives you depth, looks stunning. This one, a little bit tatty around the edges. So we're going to need to go round here. I'm going to go into the detail. Now, for those of you that have actually already bought your collections, please can I say to you, join me on Wednesday, because I'm going to be doing different things. I'm going to be showing you more ideas of things that you can do. I'm just going to shape that around my poking tool because I can't get a good enough grip on it. And I'm going to go here, but I want this part of it to actually be touching the paper. So I've got a little bit of dimension. Now, let's start making this more interesting. Let's bring out this holly to the side. So again, what I'm going to do here, put the glue gel underneath. That's going to slide. Oops, got a bit of it on it there. It's going to slide it just there. Then I need to do something about that bit of glue that's I've just put there. So let's put that little bit of foliage over the top. This part of my berry looks like it would extend up here perfectly. So I'm going to go up here, everybody, and get that into that dimension. Now I've got this little flower. Oh yes, look at that. It lends itself beautifully for going in there and getting some height on it. So let's get some height there and tuck that under, and yeah, that's it. Look, I've got some height in it. I've got it in a different position. Now, I'm just going to put this one just there. So we've completely transformed this piece of beautiful vellum by putting all these elements. And this one, and I've almost used up everything I had. I've hardly got anything left over. This one, it wants to go in there because we want to create that extra layer of dimension. So I'm going to put glue gel on the front and the back, lift up that leaf and get it so that it's stood up like that. Right. Here's, this is what it looked like before. We've completely changed the shape of it. It looked like that. We've got bigger and wider. We've got a lovely shape here that really now would sit beautifully in that bauble. Just there, like that. So this is ready to go down. Now to stick this down, I'm going to use my regular tape. That one's doesn't want to stick, so you're not quite ready yet. And I'm choosing where it's going because the water in this could make it crinkle a little bit. So I'm making sure that it's going onto the areas that I have got those little berries. So you can see there. And now we've just got a question about whether the construction acetate is printable. The only thing that stops it being printable is if your computer won't take it. And because it is very heavyweight, we have yet to find anything other than an industrial printer that will take it. So, but we do have regular printable acetate. It's a little bit lighter weight, which is this one. So look at how elegant that looks now that I've got all the transluents. So I'm just going to move this out the way. I'll move all those elements so you can see there's the translucence. And then my printable acetate, which I know I've got a piece somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? Wait for it. It's here. Somewhere. Well, somewhere I've got some printable acetate. What I'll do is on Wednesday, I'll make sure oh, here's a little bit. This might do. It's only a little bit. What I'll do is I'll make sure that I show you some little tips with this. So let's see if I can make this piece work. Okay, it's a bit of an odd piece because it's something that was left from something I did before. So, not, well, yes and no, it's going to work. So, I know what I need. Right. So, because our craft clubs are going to be on Facebook, and I've just got asked, are going to be on Zoom, we're going to record them, and then you'll be able to watch them on YouTube or whenever you want. Actually, I'm going to do that wrong. Right, let me explain to you what I'm doing. You'll be able to watch those for free. So this piece of acetate isn't really big enough, and it's got a tab there at the top and the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score round that part of it, because I haven't got my die cutting machine in here. And I'm going to score round there and round there. And I can see that score line. In fact, I think you can even see it. And I'm just going to cut it. I'll do this properly on Thursday, because on Wednesday, I keep saying Thursday, on Wednesday, because I really want to make this as a proper card. So then I'm going to use that bit as a stand like that. Okay. And then this bit, right. So I've got to make this narrower, and I'm not quite sure how narrow yet. So I'm just feeding it. I'm making it narrower so it can go through there like that and work as a stand. So I've not quite gone down far enough. And the reason that I know I've not gone down far enough is because it actually wouldn't sit on the bottom. It was holding it up too far. Right. Okay, that'll do it now. So there's my stand. I'm going to fold you back, or do I fold you up? Not quite sure which way it wants to fold. But I'm making myself a little hanging stand. So I'm just going to get that down. So I've got it level at the bottom. Now let's just see how I get this level at the top. I've got it. I need a double score line. So I think I might have just done that. Let me just see if that will stand on there. Come on. Yeah, this is going to be, okay, so I've got a solution, but I've already scored my acetate and I need to score it in a different place. Okay, everybody, so this will work going forward. what we're doing is I'm making a stand like that. So a freestanding stand for the bauble. But because this has already been pre-scored and it's not quite the right shape, I'm having to fiddle with it a little bit. And what I want to do is I want that top of that to actually sit on there. And I can sort of get it to do it, but not quite well enough, because that is what I want to happen. I want this to hang. Oh yeah, that's it. We want it to hang on that stand so that this is looking like, it looks like you've got a glass bauble on your mantelpiece. That's the effect that we're after. So I haven't got a big enough piece of acetate to do it right now, but I'll tell you what, I will have on Wednesday, because I'm not going to let the opportunity of showing you how to do this go, because it's too interesting and too exciting. So what we will do is we will make sure, I've done it. Yay, 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 yay. There you go. That's it. So, but I'll make that properly on Wednesday, and I'll make you a template so that you can actually do this yourself. So you can do freestanding glass baubles with your design in them. How exciting is that? Okay, right. Sadly, we've run out of time. We've only got literally a handful of the Cadence bundles left. But if you go to the website and type in Cadence, it's right at the top. And it's called Winter Scene Bundle, because I think I'll be using it quite a lot. Then also, don't forget, if you want to get this set of web designs, then we've got those for you. You can get those. I am so chuffed that I got that to work. And if you go to collections, you'll find it all there. If you get stuck and you can't find it, message me. And there it is, bundles, individuals, and your reflections, everything's there. But most importantly, everybody, if you want to do more free classes and you want to join this craft club that we're creating, and you want to be part of this big crafting community that's all about education, then either register on the Highlight website, or as soon as we've got those pages up, and they're doing them as we speak, we'll make an announcement. But watch out for it, because I really want to get a craft community going and get us all crafting. One way you can send in your questions, you can actually send in projects. And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to have guest designers every month, and we're going to invite some of you to come and film your tutorials and share them with everybody. What a great way of us creating a huge community. I know it's exciting, isn't it? I've got to get out of here because I'm being kicked out. Diane's coming up in a few minutes, and she's doing a Minecraft Studio. It's in an hour. It's a Minecraft Studio Zoom workshop for lots of you that actually purchase one of the products. So enjoy. Hope you have a lovely evening. I'm going to be here on Wednesday, and it'll be from 1 till 2, and then 5:30 till 6:30. So we can actually, everybody can get in from work. And yeah, wow, crafting is just so much fun. I was thinking at the weekend, I was designing some stuff for painting and just reading some of your emails, and just thought how blessed I am to have such a lovely job. And, you know, this is what it's all about. It's all about being in that good headspace and just being able to be creative. Enjoy this. I hope you get to make these glass baubles, because I just think they're fab. They're absolutely fab. So see you all soon. Well, I'll see you Wednesday. No, actually, I think I'm going to see you tomorrow for painting. But in the meantime, everybody, have the most amazing day. Have a lovely evening. Lots of love. Take care.